Hello, my wonderful Sagittarius. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, guys, so we have the card enlightening and uplifting. So the trigger statement reads, there has to be more than this. The true statement, I create my world. You are ready for a higher level of awareness and transformation. We have the trigger statement on the second card being, I am powerless. The true statement reads, I am excited to see what the future brings. The future is bright and, enjoy knowing that your optimism today fuels your amazing tomorrow. Okay. It's interesting that the first card, the trigger statement, is there has to be more than this, and the second one is I am powerless. There could be something that you no longer resonate with when it comes to a connection, right? It doesn't mean that you're completely moving on from a person or a connection, although that could be the case for some of you. But for others of you, there's like, whether it's something has been proceeding in a similar manner between you and this individual for a very long time, or there's something that made you happy in the past and something you were satisfied and content with in the past, and you feel like you no longer feel that way. Okay. But for others of you, it is outgrowing a situation, no longer aligning with something or resonating with something, and you're ready for a change. And even the second card, it does say the true statement, I am excited to see what the future brings. So some of you could be in the process of, moving on from a connection you no longer resonate with, or there's something here that you may have been waiting on for quite some time, but you feel like you're ready to, move forward or manifest something for yourself. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Three of Cups. You're withdrawing from a situation that feels draining, or you're withdrawing from a situation where you don't feel like you are being chosen, or there's a form of neglect that you feel. It could even be a situation where you're like, okay, there's constantly an interference in the way, or there's something here that's not changing and I want something new for myself. The Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups could also be you going from an energy of being very withdrawn or being in a period of solitude to like putting yourself out there, or, being more social. It's like opening yourself up to new opportunities. Okay. I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. The Star card. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Someone is highly attracted to you, I will say that. But it's not just physical attraction. It could be the way that you carry yourself, or it could be because the Star card is also associated with like something that feels very rare, special, unique, right? So it could be what you do for work, how you carry yourself. Maybe it's your sense of style, your outlook on life. Something that feels like it's out of the norm is why this person feels very drawn to you. The Star card could also be this person viewing the connection as something that they've manifested, something that they've always wanted or wished for. But I do see a lot of attraction and passion here. There could even be something that feels very healing about connecting with you or conversing with you. They could feel very understood, by you, or they could feel like you are someone that they could confide in about a lot. The Hierophant. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with the Taurus, and we have the Ace of Swords coming up in the challenge position. Seems to me that this person wants to work towards a higher level of commitment, but there could be some sort of clarity that they are seeking, or something that feels a bit confusing to them in the current moment, hence why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. It's like, this is what I want to work towards, but there are certain things that feel like they're in the unknown. Or there are certain things that I want to discuss, prior to making some sort of a decision here. Like, there's something that feels unclear to this person is pretty much what I'm picking up on here. I also feel like this is someone who sees a lot of potential. This is someone who wants to build with you. It seems to me that there's some sort of long-term plan that they have in mind, or that they're trying to create, but they may also have some sort of questions that they want the answers to prior to creating this plan. How are you viewing them? The Six of Cups. So you feel like this is someone that you have history with. You do feel connected to them, but there may be certain things that no longer resonate with you, or certain things that you no longer agree with. So even if it's you wanting to reconnect with this person, or you're viewing them as someone who is returning and, conversing with you after, a break, or after, X amount of time, you are still reminded of the past, or maybe what you didn't agree with in the past, where some of you may be willing to reconnect, but you're wanting to see the changes, or you're not wanting to, have a rerun of maybe how things progressed between the both of you, prior to you guys reconnecting in the now. I think you really miss this person, and reconnecting with them could be something that feels very nostalgic, but you're not allowing that to determine your decision about this connection moving forward. Instead, you are missing this person. You are allowing yourself to feel the emotions, but you're still thinking about the past, or why things didn't work out. So you're making more of a logical decision, or you're trying to take more of a realistic approach. Because it could be, as you're connecting with this person, there's, past memories that are resurfacing, and maybe it feels like your emotions are becoming very overwhelming. But I do see, logic kicking in, or you're trying to, again, look at things from more of a realistic perspective as well. Ace of Wands in your feelings, and the Seven of Swords. There may be something about this person or the situation that you don't necessarily trust. And the Seven of Swords, guys, it could also be you reconnecting with someone, but there's some sort of strategy involved in the communication. Like, for example, if you're wanting to figure something out about this person, maybe you're asking them, specific questions. Or there could be something that you're suspicious about, but you're not really being direct in terms of how you're trying to figure out if what you're suspicious about is actually true. For others of you, Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, yeah, there's something that you don't trust about this situation. You may feel like, this person has something up their sleeve, or there's something that they're not really bringing to the forefront. And so as you're communicating with them, you could be doing more listening than speaking, where it's like you're analyzing what they're saying, you're paying attention to what they're not saying. But it's your way of gaining some sort of clarity in this situation here. Because you're sensing that this person is coming back around and wanting to reconnect with you, but you're not completely letting go of what they have done or said in the past. That is something that is still coming to mind for you, or that is something that you're still reminded of, is what I'm seeing strongly. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in your feelings. So you feel like an incoming offer has taken quite some time, or there was like a very slow moving, or maybe even stagnant energy in this connection for some time with the Knight of Pentacles. But here's what I will say. Even though you're receiving an offer, you're being very cautious with accepting it. Some of you may receive a message from this person or a phone call, but you're not responding right away. Because a Knight of Pentacles, guys, it's a very premeditated energy. It could be you analyzing the situation, right? And thinking about every possible outcome. It's also when you're taking your time with responding or acting on something and not doing anything impulsively. So I think you're taking the past into consideration. You're analyzing this person in the now to see if you're actually, if the changes are visible, or are they just telling you what you want to hear? But I do feel like you're in a very analytical energy when it comes to this person this week. So even though you're receiving an offer and communication from this person, you're being very cautious with how you are choosing to respond. And it's like there's a potential for something to take off here. And you may be aware of that as well, but you're just wanting to be cautious. Even if you're being optimistic, you're being cautiously optimistic, is what I'm picking up on in your feelings. And what's interesting is we have the Knight of Pentacles in the Seven of Swords, but we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And I mentioned earlier on in the spread, or as I was opening your read, there could be something new that you're manifesting for yourself. Maybe even something new that you're dabbling in. It doesn't necessarily have to be another relationship, but it could be that you're receiving an offer from this person while you are at a different place in your life, or while you have the option of choosing between two different scenarios or two different paths that you can take. The Devil. Some of you could be dealing with the Capricorn and the Four of Wands. So this is someone who's coming back in to reconcile with you, but they're also aware of maybe something that felt very unhealthy in this connection in the past. This is someone who is obsessing over reconciliation, or it's weighing very heavily on their mind this week. A level of urgency to reconnect with you, acknowledging their feelings and feeling very deeply towards you, where it's like, I really want to reconcile. I really want to reconnect with Sagittarius. But when you have the Devil and the Hierophant, there's something here that you guys were not able to work through in the past, or something that was kind of like in the way here. And the Devil doesn't necessarily need to be like a third-party interference. It could also be someone where it's like a thinking pattern or a behavioral trait or something pertaining to their lifestyle that impacted the stability of this connection also. But I do see someone who's very determined when it comes to coming together with you. Is there a fear of something of the past being brought up again? Absolutely. Is there something that they're still working through that feels very difficult to speak about? Absolutely, right? That's why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. But I think that they're still very determined to see some sort of progress, or there's like a very determined energy when it comes to reconnecting with you. And like I said, even a level of urgency that they feel. So in their feelings, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Knight of Cups. This is someone who wants to apologize, open up to you emotionally. Queen of Pentacles is like wanting to invest in something. There could also be an energy of this person being reminded or realizing, like having a realization of what they could have had with you. This is someone who feels like they gave up on a situation too soon, or they didn't do everything in their power to keep this connection together. Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. This is someone who's coming back in to work something out with you after a period of, detaching, or there has been, a level of silence between the both of you for quite some time. Which on your end, it could make it a little difficult for you to trust this person, or maybe there's a bit of questioning of why now, or what makes this person want to come in now and fix things with me. But I think not only are they having a realization, it's someone who knows that what they have with you is very special. Opening the spread in terms of how they're viewing you, it's the Star card. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, they're being very open and honest with you. There could even be something that they're angry about or frustrated about that they want to bring to the forefront. But this is also clarity on why things ended, or why, there's emotional distance between the both of you. And Three of Pentacles is like a discussion. It's more of a realistic approach, where it's like, let's talk to each other. Let's talk about why things ended, and let's kind of like lay the facts out on the table. It's not like they're necessarily ready to, like they're not coming in with an emotional outpour and forcing a commitment here. They're wanting to work towards a commitment with the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, but there is a lot that they want to discuss, or something they want to make clear prior to touching on the, relationship topic. So we have the Ace of Pentacles followed by the Three of Wands and the potential outcome. Something that you may have been anticipating for a while that is coming in for you now. But I'm strongly getting, guys, like you may have a decision to make. like where it's like this is coming in for you while something else has changed in your life, or maybe your attention is something else in your life requires your attention and focus. So you do have an option between two things. Ace of Pentacles being clarified by the 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands. The question here, or the determining factor when it comes to your decision, is going to be, is this something that's going to drain me and end up being one-sided, even if it doesn't feel that way now? Or do I actually see the necessary changes in order for me to move forward or have a new beginning with this person? The other thing I see here with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands and the potential outcome is some sort of an external influence coming to an end, or something that felt very conflicting in this connection in the past that this person is, completely cutting ties with. So when this person is reconnecting with you, you can tell that there's some sort of a block that has been removed, or they're being more open with you because there's something else that was draining their energy in the past that no longer exists. Or they're no longer choosing to feed into it, even if it still exists. So let's see what they want to communicate here. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So walking away from the situation or dealing with the emotional distance has been very difficult, but maybe it's something that they haven't really expressed to you. My life is not as together as it seems. So they could be going through a lot in their personal life, Devil card, right? But it could be something that they're not feeling ready to speak about. Then we have, I saved your texts and messages. So that could be something that they're definitely revisiting this week. Anything else? Okay. I hide behind material things. We do have the Queen of Pentacles in their feelings. That could be someone who does hide behind material things, or it is someone who has shifted their focus to, achieving goals maybe in the 3D realm because there was something about, their emotions, or maybe just someone who struggles with emotional intimacy could be, could result in them wanting to focus on something else, or focus on things that are like tangible. There may be like a purchase or something else that this person is doing to kind of cope with this situation, or not wanting to face their emotions here. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.